Hello, everyone. Welcome to TSAM Digital. My name's Ana Luisa, and today I'm being joined by William Donegan, Chief Compliance Officer of Manulife Securities. Welcome, William.
Yes, hi, Anna. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to have you with us. William, before we get started, would you like to say a couple of words about yourself and about your fascinating work?
Well, what I do is I'm the Chief Compliance Officer for Manulife Securities, which is a broker-dealer operating in Canada from coast to coast in both the MFDA and IROC, that's Mutual Fund Dealers platform, and IROC, which is Investment Dealers platform. And we have about 1,300 advisors. We have somewhere around 55 billion under administration. We're a self-clearing, full-service dealer trading in all North American markets.
That's really fascinating. So you obviously have a lot of responsibility. And actually today we wanted to talk a little bit about how compliance managers can integrate IT into the way the organization operates. Now, how can they do this and make it more efficient in a smooth and cost-effective way?
Yeah, I just wanted to start by saying that today I'm not speaking on behalf of Manulife. I'm speaking on behalf of myself. But I think there's probably three areas where there are really great opportunities to integrate IT into at least broker-dealer compliance. That is in the area of oversight. You can use it to enhance workflow, and you can use it to enhance reporting. Now, oversight is probably the most important area where it can be used. And a starting point for integrating IT into your oversight process really is to understand how your data is stored and pooled, because you are limited in terms of what you can do with your data in order to achieve better oversight, depending on how your data is actually stored and managed within your dealer. The opportunities for oversight are really significant. First of all, trading. Systems, third-party systems can be purchased to monitor all of your trading into markets, to look out for market violations such as front running or insider trading and so on. That really enhances your process significantly and really helps to manage the risk a lot better. And then for account and day-to-day supervision, there are systems available that allow for data to be drawn from your book of record system, whatever it is, and aggregated and managed and compared so that you can uncover issues such as account suitability violations. That really advances the compliance system beyond sort of what I'll call the prior model, where blotters were printed out and a human being had to review, and you were left to the rely on the human picking out all of the suitability issues instead of having exception reports generated that would present the issues. So your accuracy and the strength of your oversight and your risk management is really enhanced if you can employ technology in that area. The other areas that I wanted to talk about were workflow. That's a simpler one to do, but you can achieve some significant advantages. For example, if you're managing a sales communications process, oversight process, or a registrations process, you can, there's a number of applications out there that are relatively simple to use, and you can develop standardized forms for submission, and also you can track the flow through your process in order to know that you're meeting service level standards. So there are some tools that are available to most companies that have a package of applications from one of the major providers that will allow you to, in a relatively simple way, achieve some advantages through automating the flow of paper that inevitably goes through a compliance department. And then reporting is the other kind of obvious one. A lot of us will have data in spreadsheets or databases that really needs to be aggregated and analyzed in order to present reporting for your board, for management oversight, for internal oversight, and other reporting requirements. So reporting is an area too where in a relatively simple way you can achieve good benefits from technology. Thanks, Anna.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I mean, it sounds like there are a lot of opportunities there for compliance managers, which is fantastic. But we also all know that investing in technology can be really pricey, right? And so I was thinking, do you have any advice on how to make things work better with the technology that is already in place?
That's a really good question. And kind of I'll begin by not really answering it, in the sense that technology is pricey. You hit the nail on the head. And so part of the challenge when you're looking at technology is to really be sharp in terms of working out a business case to show the benefits. And that's not often the easiest thing to do, because it requires an understanding of the work that your staff, your FTEs are doing, your full-time equivalent staff are doing, and how that work can be reduced through the application of technology. And if you can really wrap your head around that, you can always, in many cases anyway, come up with a fairly convincing business case around how technology will make staff more efficient, and therefore basically pay for itself by reducing the amount of FTEs that are required generally for expansion in the future. It usually doesn't result in eliminating people, but it can result in, as your business grows, a decreased need for more staff. So I think the first answer to that question about technology is pricey is to say, well, yes, it is, but there can be savings. So being sharp on your business case is really important. But the other side of that is that there are a lot of things, and I alluded to it before, in-house tools that you can use to make some real gains in both workflow analysis. There are tools that allow you to manipulate your data by using dashboards. Again, tools that are relatively expensive. I don't want to promote any company here, so I'm not going to name them. But sure. There are some fairly significant tools that will allow you to make your processes more significant that all of us have at our fingertips. It would allow us to manipulate information in a spreadsheet, in a database, and uncover relationships that may not be obvious just from looking at the data, as I say, on a spreadsheet, or what might come out of a database without a little bit more manipulation. So there's a lot of in-house tools you can use, but I mean, my strong advice would be, if you want to make really big gains, you've got to get really sharp on your business case.
Absolutely. And I think compliance managers would really appreciate your advice on this, and thank you for that. It's really invaluable information. I think lastly, I just wanted to sort of ask, how could compliance managers prioritize their spend whilst also ensuring they meet regulatory requirements? It seems like they have a lot on their plates.
There is a lot on the plate, and it's not really a choice of what's more important, regulatory or non-regulatory. You've got to do the regulatory. And what often happens is that by the time you've budgeted for and done the regulatory piece of it, there's no money left, because in most companies the budget for your dealer activities and for compliance is relatively finite. And there are some times when compliance takes up a lot of the available technology spend. So and that is because of the importance of regulatory projects. So the regulatory it's really hard to prioritize, in the sense that your hands are sort of tied, because the regulatory projects are must-dos. You can't not do them. So then you're in the situation where it is difficult to get the projects done that are more related to efficiency and effectiveness than a regulatory requirement. And because often there's not enough money left to do those once you've done the regulatory piece of it.
Exactly.
And I would kind of fall back on, if you need to get those efficiency projects done, again, you've got to be really sharp on your business case if they cost a lot of money. There are efficiency projects you can do using tools to enhance your reporting, enhance workflow. But the sort of major projects, related to maybe replacing a database to make it more efficient, or getting that sort of big bang out of technology. It's really hard to do in the face of, I'll say it, the pace of regulatory change is so significant that accommodating those changes generally takes up most of the money that we might have available for compliance technology. And that being said, if you want to do non-regulatory projects, I think you have to be very sharp in terms of a business case, and very convinced, and you've got to be able to convince people that there's a real benefit to that expenditure.
Fascinating. Thank you so much, William, for this wonderful overview. I hope compliance managers out there will find it useful, and I look forward to collaborating with you again. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Anna. Enjoy your day.
You too.